Hi Sagittarius, welcome. So Sagittarius, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages, then I'm going to go into the you versus them love reading. I'm time stamping this January because that's when I'm recording it, but my readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever this finds you, that's when it's for you. So Sagittarius, wow. What an interesting energy that I've been feeling for this round of readings. I sat down to do your reading a day or so ago, and the room just filled with chaos. Like everything that could go wrong as I set up for your reading did go wrong, from my ring light breaking to things not working and losing my lighting, etc. So I was like, let me take that as a sign, okay, to come back to Sagittarius when the energy feels a bit better. So here we are. And I hope that if the energy has been feeling chaotic or disruptive to you, that you are getting some relief from it, as I do feel that there's some improvements coming through the energy as I'm doing this reading, because I actually sat down to do this reading and it feels a lot more clear. Okay, so you yourself may be feeling a lot more clear than maybe you were just a few days ago, maybe just a few minutes ago, who knows. So yeah, that's kind of what I felt coming into all of this. Now, you do have a card out already, and it's the card of Scorpio. Some of you could have Scorpio in your chart or be dealing with someone who has Scorpio in their chart, and or just the influencing vibes. So this card is talking about transformations, changes, endings, new beginnings. It can be a very intense and overwhelming energy, especially if you're not really practiced in, I guess, dealing with emotion. Okay, now if you have a lot of water in your chart, this might feel a little bit more comfortable to you than if you don't. But it's about internal transformation more than anything. On the darker side, sometimes this energy can speak of compulsions, like a destructive nature, and manipulation. So yeah, let's see what else we have coming through here for you, Sagittarius, as we go into this time frame. What does Sagittarius have going on? Sagittarius. All right, you have the card of creativity. Ooh, what a lovely energy this one is. Conditioning. Oh my goodness. Nothingness. Give me one more. And transformation, which is also Scorpio energy. Very interesting. So you might have to be, let me get this correct. It may be that you're really needing to pull in on your creative self, Sagittarius, to get to the solution to whatever problem it is you are currently facing. Some of you have been conditioned to believe that maybe you're stuck in a situation or stuck in a circumstance that you're truly not stuck in. But you know, these are called self-limiting beliefs, right? When we believe that we have no choice, no way out, etc., etc., the universe is full of solutions, okay? There's always another opportunity, another door opening, another avenue for you to grab a hold of. It's just about getting into that space, Sagittarius, of allowing yourself to see the solution, to see the opportunity. And for some reason, they're saying the more you can tap into your creative self, and it may not even be related to whatever you have going on that is a problem for you right now, but the more you can tap into that creative part of you, that creativity that naturally lives inside of you as a Sagittarian, the easier it will be to find solutions, right? So throwing yourself into hobbies or projects, anything that really piques your interest would be really valuable for you during this time frame, Sagittarius. And then you have the card of nothingness and transformation, something out of nothing. So it may seem like this is coming out of nowhere, some sort of big change or transformation, but I promise you, you've been paving the way thought by thought the entire way, and the universe has heard you and is responding to you and is creating a pathway for you to get to closer to where you're wanting to go here. I feel like some of you have a goal in mind, right? Or something that you want to attain for yourself, and it's attainable, right? So I feel like there's an opportunity coming through here, and it may feel like it came out of nowhere, but I'm getting that it didn't come out of the blue, it came out of the oblivious. But I feel this is a positive change here, Sagittarius, so I'm really excited to dig deeper and see what else we have coming through. So let's see here, Sagittarius, 8 of Pentacles, the Devil. I have a song coming through, and this is really random, and I don't know if it's related to the cards at all or the reading, but I'm going to say it because I can hear it. She says, "You don't love me anymore, just your fucking self." That's the only part I heard. Okay, random. Take it or leave it. That seems like an intrusive thought right there. Okay. That's interesting because I actually did a reading, and I believe it was for Capricorn, called The Intruder and the Psychic. I did that in December, and it was about intrusive thoughts and where they originate from and how to move around them. And if you're dealing with that, you may actually benefit from watching that reading. So, or especially if you have Capricorn in your chart. So here we are, Sagittarius, excuse me, working diligently, right? Goodness gracious, all of a sudden I'm like hiccuping. Okay, here you are, I feel, working diligently, kind of plugging along, doing what you need to do. I heard what you have to do. It's like, okay, I have to go to work, I have to go here. You know, you have obligations, right? Life isn't always fun and play, but remember, you can always infuse fun into any situation. It's a mindset, all right? So you do get to choose your mindset. But anyways, it feels to me more like you're just kind of going through the daily routines, right, of what you have to do and what you have to get done, and maybe not feeling so happy about it, maybe not feeling so great about that, as you have the Devil here. Some of you, it's on the opposite end of that, where you're obsessing or you're hyper fixating on a goal or a project that you have, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because energy flows where your attention goes. So the more focus you give in a positive way to your creative pursuits, to your creative goals, the faster they come to fruition. So some of you, this is kind of like a healthy obsession. There seems to be something that you're grappling with when it comes to a relationship dynamic, or possibly something that's going on within the home or family. I feel like there's this message here about needing to open up, Sagittarius, a little bit more, whether that's your heart, your mind. I heard your wallet, okay. Or maybe that's what somebody wants you to do. But I actually feel you being quite sorry. I'm trying to get the right word. I actually feel like you're keeping your cards close to your chest, though. And I'm not really sure where that's coming from. But there is going to be a change in that situation there. So let's go a little bit further. See what else for Sagittarius. 8 of Wands, the Sun. Some of you may be saving up or needing to save up. I heard it's specific for a vacation. I don't know. Or some sort of event or ceremony that's coming forth. I don't feel it's during this time frame, but definitely in 2024, but take it as it resonates. All right, anyways, okay. So, what's going on? Let's go a little bit deeper here. Why am I getting so discombobulated, guys? I don't know if you can tell, but the energy feels really choppy to me, and almost that chaotic type of vibe coming through yet again. It's a little bit disturbing, and it feels a little bit unstable, and you do have the Tower here showing up in the emotions. But what's interesting is that I actually shared a meme about this, I think today, that sometimes when it feels like things are being dismantled in your life, it's because that actually things are being rebuilt, okay? And so just don't take score too soon. Hang on, Sagittarius, because I feel like there's a lot of positive energy here, and there's a lot of positive things coming through. I also feel like good news here, that like a lot of happy, goodness gracious, hold on a second. Let me get rid of this energy. So I want to go back to what I was saying earlier about this intrusiveness. I don't know if like you're dealing with an intrusive person, or it's just your own thought patterns that seem a little bit wonky, but it's disruptive, and it's disrupting this reading. But okay. There's change coming through here, Sagittarius, and it's very positive. But it may not feel that way at first. You know, sometimes change can be a bit scary, although I feel like as a fire sign, and especially as a Sagittarius, you actually do pretty well with change, and sometimes you thrive in the chaos, similar to how a Scorpio does. Sometimes that's when you're at your best, you know. Sometimes feeling tested really be motivating you to kick it into gear, you know what I mean? But I actually feel a lot of good news coming through. Opportunities here opening up for you. Happy news, okay, or information coming through. And then something that seems like it's falling apart is actually coming together. There also may be changes going on in relationship dynamics during this time frame. So let's go a little bit deeper. Song again. I don't even know who sings that. I mean, I've obviously heard it, maybe on TikTok or something, but I don't know the title or who sings that song. Yeah, so there's some defensiveness showing up here, but I actually feel it as more of a protectiveness, okay? I just feel like you being a bit guarded when it comes to like risky business right now, or taking any sort of new chances, which is interesting because I feel that there are chances and opportunities being presented to you, but you're either blocking yourself from taking advantage of this, or some of you, you know, are taking the wise approach of being analytical before making choices, which is a good thing here, Sagittarius. There is communication coming through. Again, you have two cards of communication. It's in regards to somebody that's very important to you. And I'm not really getting what it's in reference to, but hold on a second. So for some of you, it's about taking a leap of faith or taking another chance, possibly somebody wanting another chance. I feel like, okay, say you're in the group where you have somebody coming through that wants another chance with you, or for you to do something new with them. I actually feel you being very hesitant about it. And it could be very innocent, like an innocent invite out, or to try something different, and you're like, oh, I like what I like. You know, it could be like as minimal as that, or it could be as extreme as like a soulmate partner, a prior connection, or somebody coming through saying, yes, I want another chance. And if it's that, I just feel you being very skeptical about it. You went through your own massive emotional changes. And so you have the right to be picky about who you choose in your energy. And don't forget that. Like, I love spirituality and that it teaches people to be more loving and to understand unconditional love better. But we do live on the earth plane, right? And I'm going to say something that's going to sound a little bit controversial, but I mean it. On this earth plane, not everybody deserves access to your energy. Not everybody's on the same vibration as you. Not everybody's on the same wavelength. And you can always unconditionally love people from a distance, you know? So keep that in mind. I hope that doesn't come off harsh, but like, we need to be practical with the environment that we live in, right? We are unconditionally loved. And yes, we feel great when we can unconditionally love ourselves and others, but it's more so about ourselves, about doing what's best for us and understanding the connection between our higher self, but also listening to our intuition. And, you know, your intuition speaks to you in many different ways, so pay attention, okay? You feel the way you feel for a reason. Don't shoo that away, you know? I think it's really beautiful to understand the art of conscious manifestation, and I talk about it all the time. I teach about it, I do videos on it, but I do always want to bring it back to the forefront, though, that conscious manifestation, meaning you're using your thoughts to change yourself or a situation or to manifest something, is great as long as you don't ignore your emotion or intuition. You know, sometimes our emotions and intuition is letting us know, like, it's not about seeing it differently. It's about literally moving away from that situation, you know? And I guess, like, you need to really listen to yourself to know the difference. Am I being called to change my perception, or is this truly not a good person for me, or not a good energy or environment to be in? And listen to your chronic emotions about it. Your chronic emotions, not just one response, not just two, but several responses in, you'll get a pattern, you'll get a feel for what your intuition is telling you. I don't know why I'm going into this. I guess some of you need to use your intuition when it comes to, like, what you're participating in or who you're exchanging energy with during this time frame. All right, so let's see what the guidance is. And woo, oh my gosh, too many. And we're gonna go into the you versus them. So you have the card number 19, 35, and 31. It says, I came as an extension of source energy. I have the power to direct my own thoughts. My relationships will change when my vibration changes. Let's read this one. You're living in a time when fewer people will attempt the impossible task of pushing the unwanted far enough away that they will be left with only what is wanted. It is the time when more people will wake up to the realization that what they have been seeking is not a change in behavior of others over which they have no control, but instead an understanding of their own relationship with themselves over which they have complete control. So that's really interesting to me, because I do feel there's misconceptions around this idea of connectivity. Yes, we are all connected to each other because we all come from the same source, but we are not all on the same vibration or frequency. And you can tell when people be vibing with you and when they don't. Pay attention to that, okay? It's more so about loving yourself enough to also honor what your emotions are naturally telling you, all right? So that message, again, coming to the forefront. So, wow, really interesting. Let's get into you versus them and see what else we have coming in. I'll see you in just a second. And welcome back. All right, so Sagittarius, now we're going to go into you versus them. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you're dealing with. And yes, this could resonate with anyone in your life. For a lot of you, it's going to be an intimate partner or an ex, but not all of you. Some of you, it's a family member, friend, whoever. Okay, whoever's the most in the energy, keep an open mind. Let's get it, Sagittarius, and see what we have coming through. You have the card of existence, and then this person has the card of creativity. That's weird because I shuffled these and everything, and that's the card you got. So some of you are in outer space right now. I'm just kidding. But I mean, like, in your mind, to me, this card was always like when you're like, yeah, in outer space, but in your brain. Like, your body's here, but your brain is elsewhere. Maybe questioning life, questioning your existence, seeing the big picture of things as well. But I feel like right now it's still a bit cloudy, but I do feel that clarity coming through. And I felt that in the spiritual reading. So this person has creativity. So same message that I got for you, like this person needing to hone in on their more creative aspects of themselves to get to wherever it is that they're wanting to go. Okay, whether it be in the connection or just in general. So now we're going to look at what led up to the now. So recent past, and then we're going to look at how you feel about each other, how you see each other, and most likely outcome. So recent past, King of Wands, Five of Cups, Knight of Wands, Temptress. I don't even know what that means. Sorry. What I was going to say is that this is a very mood-driven, almost moody type of energy showing up. A lot of inconsistencies showing up. Sagittarius, you could have been feeling down and out. When I was meditating before the reading, I know I was picking up on some Sagittarius who are going through a difficult time or depression. So it could be as serious as that, but either way, no matter which group you're in, it's a very, what is the word that keeps wanting to come through? Temperamental type of vibe. And I feel this coming from you, particularly if my more masculine Sagittarius, but it could also be someone that you were connecting with this in and out energy. So let's see their recent past. Recent past, the Star, Judgment, and the Knight of Pentacles. So Sagittarius, I feel like this person really gave up on their wish. See, this is interesting to me. There's two ways I can read this. It could be that this person was really hoping or praying for something and then they just kind of gave up on it. But actually, it's like as soon as they actually give up or stop looking for the answer or the answer to their prayer, the faster it comes in for them. That's a side note for your cross watcher. For others of you, this person was hoping for something and needing to release like their own self-critic around it or their own judgments that were kind of limiting them or slowing this down for them. So it's like they had a desire, but they were also slowing it down with their thought processes or, you know, overly fixating on it, being overly critical of themselves or others. Something of that nature was like slowing down their manifestation. But I feel them giving up at some point. Either they've already done that or that's the energy they're going into. But it's like almost once they reach that point of surrender, progress is made. So, interesting, right? Okay, so now let's go into the current energy that was recent past and how you see this person in the now. How do you see this person? The Wheel. Judgment. Whoa! Oh my goodness. I don't have time to read all of that. High Priestess. We'll do a quick run through. Oh my goodness. No, that's a whole book. This is a whole read. Jeez Louise. Okay, I think I am going to do a quickie run through and then I'm going to put these cards back. These are the cards that flew out on the floor. But the three that came out on the table is the Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, and the High Priestess. So some of you are trying to figure out if this person is a blessing or a karmic lesson. You know, I'm just being frank with you. I never say that. That even felt weird coming out of my mouth. I was actually thinking of saying I was gonna be blunt with you, and that came out. Does anybody who watches this ever say something like that? I just find that so bizarre that just came out of my mouth. I want to be frank with you. What are we from the 1920s, say? I don't know. Okay. So yeah, I feel like some of you are looking for like the purpose or the spiritual reason for this connection, or maybe you feel a very karmic tie or spiritual tie with this person. I feel like there is decisions needing to be made, but I also feel like you needing to listen to your higher self before making those decisions. Like really tuning in and asking yourself, how do I feel and why do I feel that way? Yeah, so let's see. Oh, I forgot about this. So then you had all of these cards fly out, and I'm just gonna, I didn't look at what they were, so I'm gonna do a quick 30-second read on these. So it seems like to me that there's some healing needed, some confusion going on in the air, and I feel like you're trying to be practical and you're trying to be a voice of reason as well, is what I get, and to feel good. Like you're trying your best to feel your best, but at the same time it's like facing some sort of defeat or disappointment here, and then needing to kind of like rebalance yourself, recalibrate yourself. And it's disappointing because I feel like you're on this merry-go-round, Sagittarius, of like emotion or emotional confusion. And what you're really needing to do is to open up emotionally, to express yourself, right? Instead of hyper fixate on the things you cannot control. And that's where your true freedom is here. So that was a whole reading right there. All right, I'm gonna put those back. And now we're gonna go into how this person sees you. How does this person see Sagittarius? You both have the High Priestess in the same spot. So you both are trying to use your intuition. I just saw a black cat go across the street. What the what? I'm so superstitious. Anyways, yeah, so this person has the High Priestess as well, trying to listen to their inner voice, their intuition. I feel like this person may need to like walk away or to distance or remove themselves or detach, okay, to be able to really control themselves. That's a very interesting message. I feel this person also feeling intuitively connected to you, Sagittarius, particularly if you've given time, space, distance, or, you know, emotional distance to this person. They're trying to think about their next move, okay? If you're not in that category, I just feel like this person feels at ease with you, but they also are quick to notice like any personality changes or emotional changes in you. That's super weird. Like I feel, I mean, it's not weird. It's sweet. I don't know. Take it how you want it. I just heard reading body language. Like, I don't know, this person reads body language or they're very intuitive themselves or something. They can read your body language. So let's go into how you're feeling underneath it all. And see, we have the Six of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, I have a song. Without you, baby. Without you, baby. I don't know what that is. Without you is what I was hearing. This is a weird phrase, and I was like, should I say this or not? Don't make this resonate if it doesn't. But this is what I felt when I saw this card combination. Emotionally bankrupt. Some of you feel like life, or maybe this person, I don't know, has emotionally bankrupted you. Or robbed you of something here. Now that's extreme, so that's not going to be for all of you. In a more general sense, I feel like you're very much solution oriented here, Sagittarius, and yet very emotional at the same time. And yet the Five of Pentacles is like feeling alone, like feeling alone in how you feel, or, you know, wanting to be alone when you're in your feels. Something like that. I just feel a little lost, okay? So let's see this person's emotional space. How they feel about you. The Chariot, Ace of Wands. Oh, this person's very fiery, passionate person. The Three of Wands. Or at least that's how they're showing up. Could be a fellow fire sign. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, this person, they're in this full speed ahead, let's move things forward, or they're in this fast-paced part of their life, if it's not to deal with the connection. Like a lot of change, a lot of inspiration, a lot of passion, a lot of future-forward thinking. This person is feeling this call forward, like they feel pushed almost, but it's in a positive way. It's more of like an inspirational way. Like they're feeling this inspiration here to take action or make a move here. Could be a literal one, but doesn't have to be. So a lot of passion showing up in this person's energy. Let's see most likely outcome then for this time frame for Sagittarius. What is with you getting like all these cards? Ace of the Star, the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Nine of Swords. Gosh. Okay, very specific again. Don't make this part resonate, but there is a specific group of you that I'm picking up on where the disappointment is coming from like falling in love with the potential and being disappointed with the reality. Okay. But since you're the one creating your own reality, and you are, through your thoughts and your perceptions and your ability to take action, you can change that, right? I'm not talking about changing another person or this person. I'm talking about you changing your mind, your beliefs, your energy, your mood. Okay, so if you're in that group, that's the guidance, because it's, I heard a self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, jeez Louise, that's heavy. Now, if you're not in that group, this is about having big wishes, you know, big ideals, and the potential, all the potential being right there for you. But right now, can't see the forest through the trees, right? Something about that going on. Like there is this sense of deflation, rejection, or just strife for some of you, or something really getting to you emotionally, but I also feel mentally, mostly mental, okay? Like something get all up in your head. It's like there's good potential here, but it's like you're getting all up in your head about it, or focused on the problem instead of the solution, or, you know, stressing out that maybe the growth that you expected or the development of something hasn't happened fast enough. I mean, there's a lot that seems to be going on here, and I get why there was all that disruption now in the spiritual reading. I'm going to clarify that one in a minute, but let me see this person's most likely outcome. Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, Justice, and the Page of Swords. So this person is mostly trying to stay in a positive state of mind, or a positive energy. Like, yeah. Whew, it feels so different over here than it does when I tap into your energy, which I think is interesting. Like, this person is looking for possibilities, open possibilities, their future, you know, open to new experiences. That's what I was going to say. This is a very expressive energy showing up for them, both emotionally and verbally. So this person may be in a space where they really want to open up or express. They're looking for balance. They're looking for peace, okay? They're also learning, you know, whether that's out, you know, they're actually learning a craft or something, or going back to school, or it could just be that they're learning about themselves through this relationship, like literally learning about you as well, you know, opening their mind up, and that bringing some sort of balance here. So it's really interesting to me that you seem to be in such a different space than this person. So that's why I want to come back and clarify. What is the... Some of you are afraid to overgive to a situation, or to be open about a situation. Some of you are worried, or maybe even disappointed about something, and that seems to be affecting the energy. But some of you are worried, but like, whatever it is that you're worried about, okay, you're being guided. You're being guided through your emotional compass, and you're being guided to a much better feeling space, Sagittarius, that has more equal give and take to it. Or maybe you're already in that and you're needing to see the forest through the trees. I don't know why I keep saying that. So some of you are taking something as a loss that's not really a loss. It's opening a doorway to more potential, or development, or growth of something that's actually very positive. Yeah, there's like a million different ways I could read this card combination, and there's a million of them coming to me through my mind. But it's like, keep hope alive, I guess is, and I'm not talking about keep hope alive as it pertains specifically to this person. I'm talking about hope in the universe, that you've been heard, and that whatever is coming or developing in front of you, it's for the greater good, and there's a positive outcome here. But listen to your intuition, okay, and listen to your emotions. And in the spiritual reading, I got this message about needing to be discerning too about the environment and energy or people that you're putting yourself around, you know, and listen to your emotions about that as well. But what's interesting to me is like this person over here is like, la-di-da, I don't know. They don't seem to be as affected or, and I don't know why that could be, you know. It could be that what you're stressing about is wholly and completely separate from this connection, you know. It could be that this person is unaware of what you have going on, or that there's some sort of separation here between the two of you. But yeah, this person is, they're like all in the positive, or trying to be as positive as they can, and that's kind of where they're at. So let's see what the guidance is. Before I just go on and on and on. What is the guidance for my Sagittarius? My manifestations are the indications of my beliefs. And making peace with my today will improve my future. So it's 41. Both of these cards are equate to a 5. 5, which can talk about change and conflict. So anyways, this says, it may sound odd, but the fastest way to get to a new and improved situation is to make peace with your current situation. By making lists of the most positive aspects you can find about your current situation, then you release your resistance to the improvements that are waiting for you. But if you rail against the injustice of your current situation, you hold yourself in vibrational alignment with what you do not want, and you cannot then move in the direction of improvement. It will defy law. Interesting. And then this one says, it is always true that whatever you're living, it always matches your chronic vibrational pattern. And it does not matter if you have an excellent excuse for your negative thoughts or negative emotions, they will still equal your point of attraction. What is manifesting on every subject in your life is an indicator of the beliefs you hold and your chronic pattern of thought. Wow, that's deep. I don't think I've ever gotten that card before. Interesting. So, wow, Sagittarius, very intense reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, guys. But I hope that if it did resonate, you let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to get me a like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future readings. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. All of it linked below, as well as in the About section, where you can find the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.